What's up, you guys? Chase the Dark Sage here, and today we are back with another video. And today's video will be going over my November/December manga reading log. Now, this reading log might be a bit shorter than all my other reading logs because I'm not going to be including the series that I really binged for November and December, which would be Bleach. And we all know the hype for Bleach happening right now, so I think Bleach actually deserves its own video because I will be discussing more of the Espada arc and my thoughts about the Soul Society arc because I really never actually touched on that in a separate video on its own. So look out for that video, and if you aren't already, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and post notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I do come out with that video. But today's video will be mostly nasty man titles and blood on the tracks, which is a series I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys did not think that I would read because, well, it's not really in my action shonen jump range. But I will say that this series, it definitely won me over from the synopsis that I did read and from my boy Jerry actually recommending this to me. And I do like Shujo Oshimi's Flowers of Evil, so I had to check out another work of his. I really didn't want to read it because it's not done, and honestly I'll touch more on it later in this video. But yeah, we'll be talking about my Nasty Man manga that I read between November and December, and like I said, it will be shorter. And I forgot to add this reason that it will be shorter because honestly I took a break from reading manga in December. I've been playing a lot of video games from all the video games I missed from 2021, because if you didn't know, I was putting out a lot of content in 2021, so I didn't really have time to play video games like that. So December was my month of, you know, rejuvenating my gamer in me. So it was a real fun experience, and I wanted to get back into reading manga. I gotta go hard back up in that thing, you feel? You know what, let's just scratch all that. Before we get into the video, if you haven't already, go ahead, like the video, share the content, and hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell. That way you'll be updated whenever I come out with newer and doper content. And all my social links will be in the description down below. So let's get into it. I also do want to note that I will be touching on spoilers when I talk about some of these series, except for Blood on the Tracks, which is kind of fairly new, and I know a lot of people aren't into it. But when it comes to Nagatoro, Gigant, Welcome to Succubus Hive, there's really a spoiler that you guys care about. All these series will be timestamped in the description down below. That way you can see what series you want to see my thoughts on or hear my thoughts on. So let's get into it. I don't really know how to segue from this. First series I want to talk about is Shujo Oshimi's Blood on the Tracks. Now, honestly, I did not think that I was gonna really want to check out Blood on the Tracks because the synopsis that my boy Jerry gave to me, it was a bit weak, but he was really loving it to the fact that he bought a lot of it and he was reading it really fast. And I thought, man, this must be a real page turner. Well, when you actually get to reading it, there's only like 5 words on the actual page itself. It's a lot more artwork and facial expressions rather than actual words being conveyed through this. So you really get the expressions and you get the moments and you get what these characters are feeling more based on the artwork that Shujo Oshimi provides rather than actually reading the dialogue. Now, obviously the dialogue is what carries the story, and there's plenty of story in them 7 volumes. I will say that this story is about a young boy, kind of looks similar to the one in Flowers of Evil because I think it might be based off Shujo Oshimi's look when he was younger, but this story is based about a boy who was basically gaslighted by his mom the whole time. And I'm gonna just give you the synopsis of the first few chapters. Basically, this boy is a mama's boy, and he's a severe mama's boy, like a down bad mama's boy. Like, he's gonna stay in the basement when he's 30 or 40 type mama's boy. And there's plenty of moments in this manga where I'm thinking, man, he really loves his mom, and they just have a very unhealthy relationship until one day his cousin that comes over, they're on a camping trip, and the cousin is calling the main character's mom overprotective and all that, yada yada, whoop whoop whoop. He's playing around too much, and the mom's just looking at him saying all this stuff while he's basically dangling on a cliff, like playing around too much. And the mom, she pushes him, and she convinces her son, the main character, that he never pushed him. What? This story is so wild, and the ride that you go on with this, and it's a roller coaster of emotions because it's like it goes up here and it comes down here, but then it goes right back up again. And oh my gosh, I enjoyed this story. There was so many good parts. It's very suspenseful. It's so much a thriller. I love it. It had like that little thriller aspect that I see maybe on a Lifetime show where it'd be really corny on Lifetime, but in manga format, it's good. I enjoyed it. I love it. I know volume 8 is out currently, so I am gonna have to pick up volume 8 soon, but man, Shujo Oshimi's Blood on the Tracks, highly recommend it. But if you aren't really into thrillers or anything like that, or suspenseful, or what's it called, if you're really not into psychological thrillers or anything like that, I really wouldn't recommend it to you. And I honestly really wasn't into that type of stuff, but this story, it's so wild that half the time I'm laughing. And just to give you guys a quick note, I love the movie American Psycho. I laughed my butt watching that movie. So that kind of gives you a bit of a taste of how my humor is. So I really enjoyed Blood on the Tracks so far. I don't think it's done at all. I think it's like over 200 chapters. I'm not sure, I could be wrong. But currently right now in America, there's only 8 volumes out. So yeah, check out Blood on the Tracks if you haven't already. Next series we gotta talk about is Nagatoro Volume 8. And honestly, if you're not reading Nagatoro, then I can't really tell you what to do, because Nagatoro is just so good. It's not wholesome. I can't say it's wholesome. It's on the brink of wholesome sometimes, but it's not really wholesome, because Nagatoro is a nasty woman. She's, well, not a woman. She's a girl, a teenage girl in high school, but she's a nasty woman nonetheless. And her and Senpai's relationship definitely grows, and they bond a bit more in this volume. What can I say about Nagatoro that hasn't already been said, or that you haven't already read within the past 7 volumes? If you love those volumes, you'll love this volume of Nagatoro right here. I definitely enjoy it. And currently the line is just getting so blurred between them basically might as well be a couple to them being best friends. I really don't know what to call their relationship. It's a kohai and a senpai, obviously, and I love them type of stories. I don't know why, but it's a kohai and a senpai, and they just spend more and more time together. She starts off as his bully to being his #1 motivator, and I just love it. I don't know why. I just love the type of stuff. He might be a bit of a masochist, I don't know, but I really do like that. But speaking of masochists, let's go to the first Nasty Man series that's actually on this manga reading log that I did not enjoy, which is Welcome to Succubus High Volume 1. Now, when you first look at the cover of this bad boy, it looks intriguing. It looks good. It looks delicious, but it is not. It's not good. And this is coming from the Nasty Man himself. This Nasty Man manga series, at least his first volume, because I do have the second volume, I plan to get the 3rd volume, and trust me, those covers, they look delicious as well. But this first volume right here, I was not feeling it. I'm sorry. I love my Nasty Man stuff. I love the etchiness. I love the artwork when it is being shown, but these succubuses are literally just torturing the human character throughout all these chapters, and it's very repetitive. It's not funny. It just feels like it goes on for too long. It overstays its welcome a lot, and it's literally the same thing chapter after chapter. It doesn't change anything up. It doesn't make you like any of the actual succubus characters or succubi. I don't really know what succubus is plural, but it doesn't make you enjoy any of it. And the whole time I was reading this, I was bored out of my mind. Now, there was some artwork in there, of course. There was plenty of artwork, but the artwork did not save this series, and sadly, this volume 1, I can't recommend it. Now I gotta read volume 2, and I gotta read volume 3, and I got volume 2, and like I said, delicious artwork, but like I said, the artwork does not save where the series was going in volume 1, and it's just the main character being tortured the whole time. And it's not funny torture, it's just cringe torture. I feel sorry for this character. Like, usually when I'm reading the Nasty Man series, I want to be the main character, but I just felt sorry for him the whole time, and I didn't know what to expect. Now, succubuses succubuses are nice, don't worry. In the Dark Sage book of succubuses, they rank up high, but in this series right here, they don't rank up high. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about Succubus High. But to cleanse this horrible Nasty Man, I gotta give you guys actual good Nasty Man manga series, which is Do You Like Big Girls Volume 2. Now this right here, this is peak Nasty Man. This is peak. Every time I get this volume, I'm reading it the day that I get it. This is so good, so entertaining. I want to be the MC. God dang it, I just want to watch the MC. That's how good this bad boy is. I will literally sit in the same room and watch the MC do it. Wait, whoa. Not like that, but like that. You gotta read this to see, but only if you're 18 and older, because I gotta be the responsible Dark Sage, not the immature, you know, little boy Dark Sage. I gotta be the grown man. Now, this is a grown man reading right here. If you like Nasty Man series, if you like artwork, if you get what I mean when I say artwork, if you like artwork, this is a series right here. And before we get off this series, let me go ahead and give you a synopsis of this. Basically, this boy, who I think has a sister on the volleyball team, I really don't know their relationship, and it's weird because what they try to make him do with the girl that potentially is a sister, that's weird. That's very weird. But if it's like his play sister or something like that, it's cool. I'm cool with it. But basically, this boy is recommended by his sister to be the volleyball team's coach, and he lives with the volleyball team. And he has his pick of the litter with each of the volleyball girls. And they each have their own personalities. They each can be considered waifus. They're all in college. They're all adults. So this just makes it even a better and fun ride. So you could guess where this series is going. Volleyball girls, one guy living with the volleyball girls. Do I need to explain more? If you haven't read volume 2 yet, or volume 1, you need to check out volume 1, then read volume 2. Check it out. It's good. I like it. I want to be the MC. Like I said, I like big girls if I could be in there. all right. I was getting a little too excited. Now we're gonna be doing like a little flip flop. How we've been doing the yin and yang so far. We're gonna do the yin and yang of super bizarre Nasty Man manga series to very tame, very, I guess, realistic Nasty Man series. And the very bizarre series that I'm going to be talking about right here is Gigant Volume 6. And I make fun of every Gantz fan for the Gantz mangaka making this, because this is not good. But I've been so invested that I have to keep reading it, and I think it ends within 10 volumes. So I'm already 6 volumes deep. I might as well buy and read the rest and give you guys my final thoughts in a final video once I get that last volume itself. But Gigant, I just don't know what to say about it. It's bizarre, but I actually did like this volume that came out because Chio, which is the main girl, or the girl on the front cover, she is a hub star. She's a very known hub star who basically grows big and fights random kaijus that attack Japan. And she has a boyfriend who is in high school. So it's a hub star dating a high schooler, and his parents eventually find out. And in this volume, the whole world finds out. And it's just a heap of trouble, because once Chio and the main male character actually go on vacation, they're seen, someone takes a picture of them because she's this famous hub star who eventually becomes just a celebrity in general because of all the feats that she's doing by saving Japan and all that. Their relationship becomes public, and so many of the companies that sponsor her or who are endorsing her basically drop her. A lot of these companies really don't agree with what she's doing because she is dating a high schooler and she's a grown adult because she's a hub star, like I said. So I like this volume because of the drama that it added, but still the other elements, like these other 4 beings that could grow big and are super powerful, them coming into play, I really didn't care about that. I didn't. That just felt like unneeded unnecessariness, and I just felt like that whole storyline so far could get cut out, but maybe they play a later role. I'm pretty sure they're going to play a later role within the manga, but right now, where the manga is right now, I am enjoying it. It's not good. Trust me, it's not good. A lot of you guys might not agree with Chio dating the high schooler, and trust me, I don't either, but if I was a high schooler, I wouldn't want to be in the same position as him, but I wouldn't be a simp like him. Like, he's super simp. Like, it's not even like a good simp. Like, he's super simp, but still, he's crying, he's whining all the time. I don't know. I just don't like them MC. And then plus, I also don't like the artwork of Gigant. I heard it's like the same artwork for Gantz and Inuyashiki, and I really don't like it. It looks like CGI on paper. I've said this plenty of times, but Gigant, like I said, I cannot recommend it. But maybe if the ending turns everything around and makes me want to do a reread, because this is a quick read. It's not really wordy at all. I go through the volume pretty quickly once I get it and I start reading it, and I don't know. With Gigant, it's just so bizarre, and not like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because that's GOAT, but this is just so bizarre to be bizarre at points, and I'm like, I really don't care. I kind of like the drama aspect more than the actual fighting itself. Now, Chio, when she is fighting the kaijus, it's alright. Like, you know, it's not anything like breathtaking, because honestly, the people in that world don't care about people dying, so why would I care about people dying in this world? I'm talking about the manga YouTube. Don't demonetize your boy. But like I said, with Gigant, it's very bizarre to be bizarre, and I can't recommend it. Unless I get the last volume and it really wins me over, I really can't recommend it so far. So yeah, Gigant, very weird, very strange, but I do like the drama aspect. I do like the actual life aspect that's happening in Gigant. And plus, Chio, she's mommy. And now we have the last series I'm going to be talking about in this manga reading log. And like I said with Gigant, it's on the opposite spectrum on this manga, because Gigant is super bizarre, while this manga I'm about to talk about is, I guess, the most realistic Nasty Man that I've really been reading, which has to be Shiori's Diary Volume 2, which basically continues Shiori's Diary Volume 1, and there's only going to be a 3rd volume left, because I believe there's only like 22 chapters. So after this, there's only one more volume and that's it. So I wonder how the story will really wrap up, because right here in Volume 2, it didn't really interest me in any way. We do get more escapades of Shiori continuing her cheating escapades with the hotel bellhop, and we get a little more in-depth look at his character, and he's just super simp. Like, he's just settling and he's falling in love with Shiori, even though he knows the position that she's in, and he's content with where he's at while he's falling more and more down this rabbit hole in love with her, and she's just continuing what she's doing. Not much character progression or development or growth has happened within this volume itself. So like I said, I'm really starting to wonder where Volume 3 is going to end off, and will it just be very unsatisfying? I mean, I don't expect much from this, but this is a seinen series and a Nasty Man manga series, in which I do have to say the artwork it's still, you know, it's still great artwork. But like I said with this series, I'm not really sure where it's actually gonna go, and I'm not sure if I'm really gonna be satisfied with the ending. Like I said, I don't really need a great ending with it, but as long as it ties up everything and it makes sense within this world, and I just feel like I didn't go on this journey of nothingness, then I guess I'll just be satisfied overall. But guys, that's about it for the manga reading log. Let me know what you guys thought about this manga reading log. Let me know if you've read any of these manga series, or if you're gonna be reading any of these manga series. If I had to recommend one of these, it also had to be Blood on the Tracks, because it's a sick, twisted, fun ride, but I definitely enjoyed it. Like I said, thank you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel and you have not already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, post notification bell, like the video, and share the content. And don't forget, this video did not have all the Bleach that I read throughout November and December. I'll be making a later video for that, so if you want to stay notified on that, you already know what to do. And I gotta give a huge shout out to my Patreon pledgers for going ahead and financially supporting the channel, guys. I highly appreciate what you guys are doing for me, financially donating on Patreon. And I gotta give a huge shout out to the YouTube members for also financially donating on the YouTube side of things as well. And you know I always gotta give a huge shout out to Broke Boy Gang, aka the people who are supporting the videos, who are supporting me on all my other platforms, who are just liking the videos, helping me within the YouTube algorithm. And I had to say, I highly appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching. Dark Sage out. Peace.